to talk about what is estate planning and what is elder law. So think of it this way. You're born, you go through life, and then you die. A to Z. We all know that that happens. Estate planning lawyers will focus on what happens when you die. And so for a lot of us, what we know is, okay, well, I need to have a will because I need to have some instrument that says where my stuff goes when I die and who gets it. So an estate, and I don't want to make any assumptions. Does everybody know what a will is? Okay, the legal document that says who you are, who your family is, who's going to inherit from you, and what they're going to inherit, and that document has no effect until you die. So when we think of often estate planning, what we're thinking of, what happens when I die? How elder law is different is, yes, we do the estate planning and there will be a will or some sort of dispositive instrument like a trust that says what happens when you die. But what elder law does is it protects you in that in-between time. So you're an adult. And adults, as we all know, don't necessarily live active lives and then die. I would suppose most of us in the room would say, I hope I'm active till the day I die, and I die in my sleep, and I was in control of my life the whole time, and I didn't need to rely on people. I never needed to go to a care facility. I never had dementia. I never lost capacity. We all hope that that's the case. And congratulations for being here at the Active Living Expo, because that's going to help you achieve that result. I hate to talk about statistics, but statistically, over 70% of people will need long-term care. Short period, long period. In my family, mom and dad needed 14 years of long-term care. Dad had his first stroke in 2002, and from 2006 to 2010, he was in the living room of our house. We live with mom and dad, my husband and I, who provided care along with paid caregivers. And he died there in 2010. Then mom needed care from 2010 until 2016. The last 4 years of her life were an adult family home, which, if you heard Heidi talking before this, adult family homes are a great option. So why am I sharing this with you? For one reason, it's why I do what I do. A lot of times what we do in our lives is, affected by what is our family? What does our family need? So in my situation, people just didn't have an active life and died. They had an active life. Dad skied till he was 72, and then had a stroke, and then for 14 years, we had long-term care in our life. Estate planning doesn't help you with that. Elder law helps you with that. Elder law, that focus is on what documents do you need to protect your voice, so that if you lose capacity, somebody is appointed to speak for you. Your money, if you need long-term care, do you have legal documents that will allow someone like ELG Estate Planning to do Medicaid planning, to use Medicaid benefits for long-term care? That is the distinction between estate planning and elder law. By the way, I'm sure nobody in this room is old enough technically to think that they need elder law, right? I don't know how many times I have heard people say, well, I'm not old. Elder law is for old folks. And no, it's not. Elder law is to give you those extra protections from when you are active until the day you die, for whatever life may bring. So part of what we do is we think, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if this happens? We want to make sure that you have the documents and the resources to protect you. You have the right things in place for whatever life may bring, and then we hope that you'll never need any of it. But it is all about protections and plannings. So that is the distinction between estate planning and elder law.